Let's take it across then to Kunal as well as Nooresh and find out what trading ideas and Chartbusters, if any, are they spotting in trade. Kunal, what's on your radar?
Well, it's a chart on dollar index, and as we see that the dollar index has risen from sub 100 levels to 105. But then, is it a major change of trend for dollar index, or is it more of a corrective rally or a bounce back? And we would probably expect the dollar index to get into a correction. Now, the charts over here, which I've mapped up, is the charts for dollar index and the RSI. For the dollar index or the momentum indicator for the dollar index. And historically, whenever the dollar index has managed to make a new high for itself, but on the back of a falling trend line or falling momentum in terms of the indicator, we've actually seen that the rise has been very limited, and we've actually seen that the major trend goes back into the negative side. This was in end of 2022, October-November 2022, and from there, most of the global markets, they bottomed out and we saw a rally. This was very recently in the Jan-Feb 2022, where again the indicators made a new or a swing low for itself. The dollar index went into a bounce, but that bounce was very short-lived, and we saw the dollar index coming back to that 100-101 mark. This is the recent chart for the dollar index, and that's one of the major reasons for flagging out this chart, is that the indicator has been making a consistent pattern of lower highs on the dollar index. So in case when we break below this critical support in the indicator, I would probably expect the dollar index to reverse back again and come back to that level of 100-101. So hopefully this could just be a short-lived rally for the dollar index, and if we can see a confirmation on the indicator, we may actually expect the dollar index to come back to that 100 mark.
Okay, let's find out what's on Nooresh's radar as well. That's the dollar index that Kunal elaborated on. Nooresh, what are you tracking?
So that's a chart for Powergrid. Now, if you look at the last 3 months, it has been in the range of 180 to 200 and roughly 4 attempts around that 200 area. The stock is adjusted for bonus recently. 4 attempts done out there, 3 to 4 attempts around 180. So a clear-cut short-term range being formed here. Today, the stock has broken out above the 200 levels. It's a new 52-week high and an all-time high for the stock. And the whole power sector looks interesting. So this could be a short-term trade which could go towards 220 to 215. A stop loss to be kept at 195.
And some trading ideas as well. Kunal, what would you recommend?
To the PSU names, two PSU majors. First is a buy on Coal India with a target of 300, stop loss at 270. And NTPC also is making a decent comeback. So would suggest a buy with a target of 255, stop loss 235.
Right. And Nooresh, what about your strategies?
First is a buy on Hero Moto. The stock is showing relative strength over the last 2 sessions. Stop loss at 3,080, target price of 3,300. Second is a buy on IndusInd Bank, a fresh 52-week high today. Stop loss at 1,440, target price of 1,600.